Cystic Fibrosis Canada BC and Yukon Award ceremony. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. My name is Christy Thompson, and I'm the Regional Executive Director for BC and Yukon, located in the Lower Mainland in Burnaby. I think now it's more than ever, it's so important to come together to celebrate positive forces in our community, our successes, and one another. So thank you all for being here tonight. I know it's nice to see some friendly faces online, since I'm sure many of you haven't seen each other actually in person. So I know this is our second annual virtual awards and hopefully our last, and next year we can actually do something in person. So in the short time that I've been here and been a part of cystic fibrosis community, the hope and resilience I witnessed among this group is really actually beyond compare. The opportunity to meet and work with so many of you has been a true privilege, and I am honored to be facilitating this award ceremony tonight. Before we start, I wanted to let you all know that we will be recording this event, and it will be posted on our YouTube channel. And a reminder for all of you, if you could please just mute yourself unless you're speaking. And for those of you receiving awards tonight, you will have the opportunity to say a few words once you've been actually presented the award. At that time, you can unmute yourself to speak and then mute yourself again when finished, please. There is a chat option, which I know some of you have already been using, and we definitely encourage you to use that. I'd like to introduce my fellow presenters who are online tonight to join me in the celebration. While I'm introducing you, if you could just give us a wave on the screen, that would be wonderful. It's my pleasure to introduce our National Chair, Leona Pinsky, Jeff Beach, Chief Corporate Services and Strategic Initiatives from our National Office, Sandra Niven, Associate Fund Development from our BC Yukon Office, and Bill Merkfolk, the father of Eva, whose legacy and spirit continues to live on within the hearts of thousands of people across BC, Canada, and around the world. I'd like to thank my fellow presenters for assisting me tonight in making this ceremony really special. I also would like to recognize some special guests that have joined us tonight, including Genevieve Sanderson, our newly elected Vancouver chapter chair. And please welcome Leona, who would like to say a few words as our national chair, volunteer, and our parent.
There, I got that out of the way, being the first person to talk without unmuting themselves. So now no one else has to do it. Every one of tonight's volunteers has really displayed selfless dedication and a collective, clear sense of purpose. And we're so honored that tonight we can bear witness to the impact of your work. It's really incredible when we think back to the accomplishments we've had over this last year. And the reason for all of these positive changes, it's because of volunteers like you. And while we celebrate those achievements, we know we still have a lot of work to do so that everyone can live a long and healthy life. But I think it's really important at the end of 2021 that we take a moment and just think about what we've accomplished in the last 6 months in terms of getting these incredible drugs into the hands of most of our community. So thank you for your support and ongoing commitment to CF Canada and our mission to end CF through research, care, and advocacy. And I'd like to turn it over to Christy now to present the first award.
Thank you, Leona. The first award honors the founders of Cystic Fibrosis Canada, Doug and Donna Summerhays, who dedicated decades to the progress of CF research, healthcare, and disease awareness. This award honors an individual with cystic fibrosis who has demonstrated an exceptional commitment of national impact to the CF cause. It is with great honor that we present Mike Hamilton with this year's Summerhays Award. After being diagnosed with CF at 12 years old, Mike and his family became active members of the Campbell River chapter. Beginning his volunteering at this time, he continued over the years and has made Mike a real leader for Cystic Fibrosis Canada. Mike's involvement over the years includes volunteering with the Rod Brindamore Golf Tournament, being a keynote speaker at several events, selling tickets and participating in the Walk to Make CF History, recruiting his band to play at chapter events, and speaking to local newspapers and TV programs. He has also spoken with MLAs, raised funds for CF research, participated in Gear Up for CF, and has been a member of many CF committees. CF Canada has benefited greatly from his energetic help. His passion for finding a cure is clear and inspires others to fight for a cure as well. Mike's approach, laid back and kind personality allow others to feel comfortable in his presence. He shows others who are battling with CF that you can still live your life and have fun while fighting a disease like this. Mike is a wonderful role model for young people with CF and is an inspiration to all. It is a pleasure to present you.
I've always had a lot of great support. Started off with my family and with Chris Black getting me involved, and with her mentorship, I got involved, and so a lot of my involvement you can put towards Chris Black for getting me first involved with everything, and then along the way, David Speart got me involved with the ride, and so I wouldn't have been involved with the ride. And so from there, I wouldn't have met my partner, Tracy. And so there's been a lot of involvement with cystic fibrosis, and it's been a big part of my life. And so all of you guys, I'm encouraged by everybody that's here. Guys like George and Paul, they're inspirations to me as well to keep me going. And it's good to have good support like Mark and all the other doctors, David, Dr. Waters, Dr. Kwan. Without their help, I wouldn't be here. And so, even the old Children's Hospital crew, Sheila representing, they've helped a lot along the years, and I wouldn't be here without their helps. So thanks, everybody. Very much appreciate this award. So thank you.
Thanks, Mike, and congratulations. Our next award is named after Dawn Green, who, along with her husband, was part of the founding members of the Vancouver chapter. Dawn was one of the earliest regional directors and helped establish our chapters in the province. The Greens had a son with cystic fibrosis who was tragically killed in a motor vehicle accident. Dawn and her husband raised the funds to equip the Ross Green gym at the St. Paul's CF Clinic in Vancouver. This award acknowledges an individual, couple, or a family who have made an indispensable and sustained contribution to a chapter at the grassroots level. The award recognises those who can always be counted on to get the job done. And it's a real honour to present this year's Dawn Green Award to Brenda McKenzie. Brenda has been a volunteer worker at our Burnaby office, a 65 Roses Gala committee member, and a team member for a Gear Up for CF. She's an active member in our CF community, both online and in person, and does a lot of social media to promote Gear Up for CF. She helps make sure the gala runs smoothly and has many fun and creative ideas that she shares. Above all else, she is always there to speak with families and individuals and give them hope. Brenda inspires others and shows them that no matter how hard things get, you can always persevere and stay positive. She has had many people join Gear Up for CF because of her commitment to finding a cure for CF, mixed with her determination to ride every year. Her passion is as infectious as her smile. Brenda is a strong pillar in the CF community and is someone who can be relied on to help in anything she can and brings a positive energy into everything she does. Thank you for all your effort and hard work, Brenda. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your kind words, Sandra. Holy smokes, I did not expect this at all. When Kenny told me that he nominated me for this award, I was, wow, it was just shocked. But of course, I wouldn't be doing any of this without Kenny and Greg being diagnosed back in 2011. Kind of threw me into all of this, and I just knew it was something that I had to do and to help out as much as I can.
Wonderful. Thank you, Brenda, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, this next award honors healthcare and research professionals who have consistently contributed to the organization's mission. Recipients of this award have moved beyond their professional association with Cystic Fibrosis Canada to wholeheartedly embrace the CF cause. Through their outstanding dedication and their volunteerism, they have become pillars of support and leadership for the organization. It is an honor to present the Above and Beyond Award to Dr. Mark Chilvers. Mark has been a pediatric respirologist and a CF clinic director at BC Children's Hospital since 2008. He has been a member of the Healthcare Advisory Council since 2014, stepping up as chair in 2017. The Healthcare Advisory Council is under his leadership, and he provides advice and makes recommendations to CF Canada on clinical issues and implementations of healthcare programs. Mark has been involved in a key authorship position for the development of Canadian CF guidelines and standard of care. He has served as an expert in 2 of our Ask the Experts live Q&A webinars and was an invited speaker at the past Canadian clinic meetings as a part of the North American CF Conference. He is most recently the medical director of the CF Care BC, a new provincial health improvement network for all pediatric and adult patients with CF in BC and the Yukon. Under Dr. Chilvers' leadership, the CF Clinic has developed into a first-class CF clinic, providing specialized and multidisciplinary care to individuals with CF from across BC and the Yukon. Under his leadership, the CF research program has grown to what is currently the 2nd largest research program at BC Children's Hospital. He worked hard to have the hospital be a site to run clinical trials using the new modulators. This meant that CF patients who agreed to be on these studies got access to modulators such as Oricombi and Trikafta before they were available to the general patient's use and access. Dr. Chilvers is a caring physician who listens to his patients, families, and staff. He challenges and supports his CF team to provide the best care and to continuously improve their care based on the research and evidence. He supports them to attend CF conferences and encourages staff to submit abstracts to present at those conferences. He also has a smile on his face and always a can-do attitude. He has assembled a very strong CF multidisciplinary team around him and is loved by patients, families, and staff alike. He is truly one-of-a-kind doctor, and it is a pleasure to present him with the Above and Beyond Award. Thank you, Dr. Chilvers.
Wow. Thank you very much, Christy. It's a real honor to be nominated and to be selected for this award. And yeah, I'm not often at a loss for words, but after that introduction and summary, it's sort of like it's very humbling to hear that. But I think looking at the people here, there are so many people that we've got to know over the years that I've been working in CF here in BC. And I think it really takes a village in order to provide the care and support to all patients and families with cystic fibrosis in the BC and Yukon. And with everything, I couldn't have done this without the CF team at BC Children's Hospital. They're an amazing team, and one of the reasons why I moved over from the UK here. And they really are a strong team. The research team has really developed, and as we were chatting about earlier with Mike, he was one of, when we were in our infancy, starting up the research program. But I also think it's about the advocacy as well, because without advocacy, we wouldn't have access to medications. And this is a big journey, right? From starting off with developing the CF research team, the clinical trials, but then it's all the advocates from the chapters, which help support us get access to that. So as I say, I'm honored to have this award. I'm delighted to see so many friendly faces here who I've known over the years. And thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and congratulations. The next award recognizes a young individual who's a source of inspiration to others and has displayed leadership within the CF community on an ongoing basis. This year's Youth Impact Award goes to the very deserving Stuart Sanderson. Stuart's been involved in CF activities almost since his diagnosis. From the age of 3, he was even stuffing envelopes at the CF office. His first independent initiative was a lemonade stand to raise funds for CF Canada. In addition to independent initiatives, Stuart participates in the many wonderful events that we put on and is always a fun person to be around. He is a talented speaker and is always very happy to lend his skills as a public speaker at our gala, the walk, and in various awareness videos that we've done. Stuart, being brave enough to share his story and being as vibrant as a young kid, impacts a lot of people very strongly to support our cause. Stuart's speeches have had an immense impact on all of those who are lucky enough to hear him speak. And we're so lucky to honour Stuart with this year's Youth Impact Award. Thank you, Stuart, and congratulations.
Thank you so much for the award. Honestly, like, since I was diagnosed with CF, I kind of just, I don't know, I was living my daily life and, I don't know, just trying to do what I can and just, yeah, just kind of live my life. And, yeah, whenever like a CF event came up, I always like would want to participate and just try to raise some money and yeah.
Stu didn't know he was going to have to give a speech.
That's wonderful.
He was gonna mention his rock band with Dr. Chilvers.
Hi, yeah. You guys didn't mention Iron Man and the Sledgehammers.
That's really good. Oh, well, thank you so much, Stuart, and congratulations. You're definitely a mentor to many children that are your age. And I can already see that you're going to grow into one amazing young man. So congratulations to you. And thank you for all you do. Next award of the evening is of becoming a pastor. Out of his studies, George has become an advocate for Cystic Fibrosis Canada and serves as a chairperson for the St. Paul CF Patient Advisory Committee, and he also serves as a regional advocate for CF Canada. George has participated in many public speaking engagements where he talks about the benefits of organ transplants and the difference they can make in someone's life. George has been an ambassador by speaking at various events, including being the keynote speaker at the 65 Roses Gala for Key to a Cure appeal, and participated with his late wife in Gear Up for CF. George dedicated his life to CF Canada by being an advocate for the cause and giving others hope for a future with CF. He advocates for our CF community and transplant recipients to make changes in Canada. He shares his story with others and who have CF and those who are wanting to learn about CF. He leads by example by participating in many events, sharing his caring personality and kind smile with others. George was a good friend with Colleen, so it is an honor to present her award to George this evening. Thank you, George, for giving others hope.
Yeah, thank you very much. It is a real honor to receive this award, in particular, the Colleen Coetzee Award. My connection with Colleen really goes all the way back to the early 90s when she had contacted my mom to serve with the Easter egg, where they did writing names on Easter eggs back in the old Zellers stores. And so that's when I first got to know Colleen. And then in the lead up to my transplant, she was one of the support people for me. And then especially post-transplant, I became quite close with her. Yeah, she really helped guide me through those first couple of years. And when I was freaking out about everything post-transplant, she would just be like, it's okay, don't worry about it, you'll get through it, don't worry, you know. And so yeah, it's a real honor to receive this award. I was able to volunteer with Colleen on a couple of occasions as well. So I am, yeah, very honored to receive this. Thank you very much.
Thanks, George. I'm now really pleased to be presenting the Leadership and Advocacy Award. This is a national award offered to an individual or a group that has made a significant contribution to the fight against cystic fibrosis through their advocacy efforts. And this year's National Leadership and Advocacy Award is being presented to Todd Hominick. Todd has been involved with the Vancouver chapter since he was very young, attending many walks and helping at chapter events because his parents, who I see on the call tonight, Sandra and Peter, were steadfast CF volunteers when Todd was younger. And I know, Sandra and Peter, how thrilling this must be for you to see Todd receiving this kind of award at this age, and what a wonderful reflection it is on your family. Despite being a very busy person and having twins, are they 10 or 11 now, Todd, girls? And having very limited time, Todd has been incredibly committed to advocating for CF. Since 2016, he's attended several face-to-face and virtual meetings with members of both the provincial legislature and federal parliament. And along with Chris Black, he has assisted, I think, just about every advocate who's had a meeting in this province has had support from Todd and Chris Black. Todd is an incredible communicator, and he's very knowledgeable about the issues surrounding drugs and access to drugs in Canada and British Columbia. He's written to elected officials and encouraged others to get involved through various platforms and connections. He's given incredibly inspiring speeches, particularly at the provincial legislature when we've had rallies there. Todd also sits on the BC Mental Health Committee, a very important committee, as a patient representative. And he reports on the work of this committee to the BC Provincial Advocacy Conference calls. On this committee, he represents the interests of people with CF, and he actively seeks out input from other people with CF, knowing that one person doesn't speak for everyone. Despite what I can only describe as significant personal health challenges the last few years, Todd has continued to meet with MPs and MLAs and to support other volunteer advocates. He's inspired others to get involved in advocacy and is always willing to help. He's confident in his knowledge and understanding of issues and communicates efficiently, setting a great example for others who might be afraid to step forward. As an adult with CF, Todd has a very unique and special perspective. Only 18% of people with CF in Canada are over the age of 40. And Todd is part of that very select and special group. Now, we know with these new modulator therapies, very soon there'll be a lot more people joining him, and we're thrilled about that. But in the meantime, he has a very unique and valuable perspective. And Todd is also very concerned about people other than himself, and he works really hard to make sure that young people with CF, like Stuart, will have an easier course than he had. He's a great example of the role advocates can play in supporting our mission. So Todd, thank you very much for all your hard work.
Well, it's very kind. You're killing me here. I think I was as surprised this year as the other time I was nominated, because I just kind of assume every year it'll go to Chris Black because it should. I don't get like any of the, like all the meetings we do, it's never one person's involvement. It is a team. It's from CF Canada's support from people like Kim Steele, with Chris Black there, and the doctors who put in the extra hours after, just the backlog of patients they have. Doctors like Dr. Kwan still find time. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you, Todd, and congratulations on this well-deserved award. As Todd said, our advocacy efforts really take a team, and it's a very strong team across the country, and certainly in BC Yukon, there are some individuals, many individuals who are worthy of commendation for their efforts in our advocacy programs. So I'm going to be presenting a second Leadership in Advocacy Award tonight. And as was mentioned, this award is offered to an individual or group that has made significant contributions to the fight against cystic fibrosis through advocacy efforts. So it is my honor to present this award to Jocelyn James. Jocelyn has been with Cystic Fibrosis Canada for over 15 years and has been a real driving force in advocacy. She started one of the original petitions in British Columbia to get Trikafta here in Canada, working with her MP to sponsor the petition. Her efforts, along with the efforts of others, started a massive movement in the CF community to get these life-saving drugs into the country. And we saw the successful results in October through BC's announcement to fund Trikafta. Jocelyn has inspired countless others to advocate for CF access, research, and care. Despite leading an incredibly busy life, Jocelyn has prioritized time to make a massive difference in the lives of Canadians living with cystic fibrosis. Her dedication to the cause is powerful and contagious. Her efforts have made an indescribable difference in the lives of CFers and their families. And I can say from personal experience, having been with Jocelyn and speaking at on a couple of occasions, she is a very impactful speaker and is always happy to share her story, and certainly more than deserving of this award. So thank you and congratulations, Jocelyn.
I had my wisdom teeth removed today, so my mouth is very swollen, but I downloaded a text to word app so I can say something important, if that's okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I waited 4 years for this, to have my teeth out.
I had my wisdom teeth removed today, so it is hard to speak. I would like to say that I am honored to be the recipient for this award. I have to also thank Chris Black for her guidance to show me how to fight for my son, and CFers fight for their lives. I would also like to thank Drive Chilvers for relentlessly advocating for my son and giving me a gift that I could never repay. I will continue to repay our community and continue to fight with all my comrades until CF stands for Cure Found.
Thank you. I hope you can hear that.
Jocelyn, congratulations. And we all heard it and it was wonderful. And we all hope you feel better soon. It's an honor and a privilege to be presenting this next award, the Outstanding Healthcare Provider Award. This award recognises a healthcare professional who has demonstrated exceptional support to individuals and families living with cystic fibrosis. I'm delighted to announce that Sarah Van Horn will be receiving the Outstanding Healthcare Provider Award. Sarah has been a social worker with BC Children's Hospital's Cystic Fibrosis Clinic since 2018. Since joining the clinic, Sarah has been a keen advocate for mental health screening and resources for the families that attend the clinic. Sarah has been the driving force for implementing a mental health screening for parents of children with CF and children with CF over 12. They are screened for anxiety and depression and connected with a clinical counsellor or other local mental health resources as needed. This has greatly accelerated the mental health support offered to our families. During hospital admissions, Sarah supports families in so many ways, including supporting families who get a new CF diagnosis with coping and adjustments through face-to-face meetings, phone calls, and email follow-ups, and supports families through the process of a new CF diagnosis through our newborn screening program. She supports families through her advocacy for children at risk to be supported by the inpatient psychology service and adolescent medicine, and developed a project on peer-to-peer support for families. Sarah has single-handedly elevated the social work care at BC Children's to a level that families have never previously experienced. Some even describe her support as life-changing. Sarah brings a kind heart to the clinic. She is always ready to listen and advocate for patients. She uses an authentic, active listening approach to care. She always comes to clinic with a positive attitude and is able to problem solve and creatively find funding resources in the community, which are often limited. She's never too busy to take time to chat with a family or child in the clinic, and she makes a safe space for them to express their needs. Sarah has an exemplary work ethic and goes above and beyond always. Thank you for all of your hard work and support, Sarah. It's a real pleasure to present you with the Outstanding Healthcare Provider Award.
Thank you so much. It's a real honor to receive that award. Can you hear me? Okay. I want to say thank you to the many, many resilient and self-sacrificing and compassionate caregivers and families I've come to know and be very inspired by in my work at BC Children's Hospital. And I also want to thank my dedicated pediatric CF care team, clinical team that's led by Dr. Silvers at the pediatric clinic. They really demonstrate pouring your heart and soul into the work that you do, and have a real passion and work really hard for patients and families. So it's an incredible honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, and congratulations again on a well-deserved recognition for all the great work that you do. Before I present the next award, I just wanted to mention that this past Sunday, December 5th, was International Volunteer Day, where we recognize the efforts of volunteers and the incredible impact that volunteers have across the globe. Nowhere is that more evident than here in Canada within the CF community, and certainly across the region in BC, Yukon, and the other parts of the country as well. So thank you and congratulations to all the volunteers that are being recognized tonight and all those who are contributing in many ways to the efforts of Cystic Fibrosis Canada and the cystic fibrosis community. So the next award that we'll be presenting is the Volunteer Leadership Award, which recognizes an individual, couple, or family who have demonstrated strong leadership to a chapter of Cystic Fibrosis Canada and who have made wide-reaching contributions worthy of commendation on a regional level. So it is my great pleasure to present the Volunteer Leadership Award to Val Muir. Val has been a valuable member of Cystic Fibrosis Canada since 2008. From that first time that she attended the walk, she became one of the biggest contributors of funds raised during the walk. In 2013, Val started organizing the walk and she has managed it ever since and was the walk coordinator from 2017 to 2019. Val has taken on the administrative part of the walk, including dealing with contracts, insurance, and so forth with the City of Nanaimo and with Cystic Fibrosis Canada. She even goes so far as to host a barbecue after the walk at the event location. Val can always be counted on to get the job done well, on time, and as promised. Val has raised a significant amount of awareness as well for cystic fibrosis and engages her family in all aspects of fundraising. She has brought so many good ideas and suggestions to meetings, events, and other discussions. Her questioning mind, critical thinking, and willingness to speak her mind make her such a valuable member of the chapter. Val has been a part of every chapter event and is always willing to participate. She's reliable and has a keen eye for detail. She has managed to do all of this amazing work for Cystic Fibrosis Canada while raising 3 incredible children and also working as a teacher. Val's easygoing and friendly demeanor has made her a pleasure to work with, and other Cystic Fibrosis Canada chapter members and volunteers enjoy their volunteer time with her. We are thankful for everything that Val does for Cystic Fibrosis Canada and the CF community. Thank you and congratulations, Val. I was looking at the attendee list. I don't know if Val has joined us tonight or not.
She was here. She was here for a bit, but I don't see her now. So hopefully she'll join us again a little bit later. So I might just continue, and then if she comes back on, we can hand over to her. Our next award is the Dr. Douglas Crozier Award. This award recognises a healthcare professional who has demonstrated exceptional support to individuals or families living with CF. It is a pleasure to present the Dr. Douglas Crozier Award to Stephen Kent. Unfortunately, Stephen's not able to join us tonight, but we want to recognise his contribution this evening by reading his nomination. Stephen Kent is the director of the Victoria Paediatric Clinic and established the CF Clinic in Victoria. He has been the only paediatrician willing to provide long-term CF care for all of Vancouver Island. While he's accredited to general paediatrics, he now solely focuses on CF and has spent the last few years running the Victoria Clinic. Stephen, with the other program directors, has worked on the development of the CF Health Network, the new provincial CF program. Stephen continues to advocate for care close to home so that families can stay together. There is a clinic on the island because of Dr. Stephen, and this is an absolutely remarkable accomplishment. So thank you to Stephen, and we'll pass his plaque on to him when in the next few days. So I'll pass over to Bill now. Thank you.
That's me. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Yes, I've been asked to award the Ava Markford Leadership Award. But before I do that, I first of all want to say hello to Tara and baby Sophie. Hi, I'm glad to see you could make it. And yeah, I had a chat with her this afternoon and I could hear baby Sophie requiring some attention, let's say. And so my first thing is to say to you very much a heartfelt congratulations to your baby and your new 9-month addition to the family. So now I'll get back to my speech. So the Ava Markford Leadership Award is designed to recognize an individual who has displayed outstanding leadership, made an exceptional, inspirational, and or motivational contribution to CF Canada. Their contribution must have inspired volunteers to become involved at a chapter, regional, or even national level. And it is, of course, my honor to present this year's Ava Markford Leadership Award to Tara. Tara has been a part of CF Canada for over 30 years. And even at the young age of 4, she participated in such events as the moonwalk and stood by her mum as she spoke. Later, Tara started presenting on her own and helping the cause in other ways. That also included speaking with newly diagnosed CFers and their families. Tara lives and was always lived with the goal of enjoying each and every day, smiling and laughing, being as healthy as she can be. By being herself, she consistently gives hope to those facing similar conditions. At the age of 15, Tara was already advocating for herself and others with CF, giving feedback to the staff of Children's Hospital. She attended chapter meetings in Kelowna and is also a member of the Patient Advisory Committee at St. Paul's. She has a degree in teaching from UBC Okanagan, where she spearheaded work to encourage the school to participate in China-Rama fundraisers. Also, when Tara was a young girl at the hospital, the clinic asked her if she would speak to a family who had a 1-year-old with cystic fibrosis. One asked why. They asked why they asked Tara. The staff admitted that they thought Tara's amazing positivity would be just what the family needed. And they were right. Tara was able to comfort the family and give hope for the future. So not only has Tara done the walk, she has also done the talk, and many times over. Tara's made a difference in the lives of individuals and families battling CF. Her positivity and emphasis on doing the best you can while being as healthy as you can be has given people the hope they need to come to terms with their condition. Tara sets a living example. Standing at 4'10", people truly do look up to her. To conclude, much of Tara's influence and her positivity while dealing with CF. Tara's influence is her positivity while dealing with CF. Her personality draws people to her, encouraging her to volunteer and to help fundraise. Tara has been working for many years with CF Canada, and she continues to be an inspiring individual who is more than willing to share her story to help find a cure. Terry has a light that shines and is willing to spread that light to those who need it. Tara is a wonderful advocate for CF Canada, and her passion, personality, and openness with her story have made a huge difference in the lives of people who are affected. And she is well affected by CF, as well as those willing to donate. We would like to thank you for everything you've done for the CF community and CF Canada. It's my great honor to present you with the Ava Markford Leadership Award.
Wow, thank you so much, Bill. It was so nice to hear from Bill earlier today and to get to hear a little bit more about the person behind the award, Ava. I think this has been said by other people too, but when you hear things laid out like that, it's hardly sounds like yourself, but that's really kind. Thank you so much for saying that. And I just wanted to say how much I appreciate my parents, who are both here, Ira and Barbara, and because they made the biggest impact, I think, in my attitude towards CF when I was young, and and also setting a huge example of advocacy and involvement and volunteerism with CF Canada. So that's where my example comes from. I see a couple of caregivers on the call, Sheila and Anna, who I recognize, and it's wonderful to see you. I really appreciate all the incredible care that I've received over the years, and not sure what else to say, but I enjoy all of my involvement with CF Canada, and I am so glad to be able to share my story and my experience. And I know. So yeah, thank you so much, Bill. And I hope that I can honor Ava with continuing to do advocacy work. And I really appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Tara. It's so great to see families having their babies on this call. I want to thank everyone for joining the celebration tonight. Thank you to all the nominators and their families, to the award recipients, to our presenters, and to our special guests. It was so wonderful to be able to come together to celebrate the stories and to hear more about the amazing work that all of you are doing to get us closer to finding a cure for cystic fibrosis. Each of our awards recipients will receive a plaque, and we will arrange delivery to you over the next few days. But before we end, I just want to encourage everyone, if you could turn your cameras on, we actually would like to get a group photo of everyone to celebrate tonight, where we can post this on our social media channels to celebrate everyone's awards. So if everyone can just quickly turn on their cameras, and if you have some babes in the room, get them on your laps. And I will let Sandra take a screenshot picture of everyone, and then she can let me know when she's done.
Great. I see a couple of people still coming. And wonderful. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to save this and I'll take one more. Oh, Mike, I see your silly face. Okay, I'm going to share that with everyone, so be warned. Okay, one more. 3, 2, 1. Great. Thanks, everybody. That's perfect.
Great. Well, thank you, everyone. And I hope you have all a wonderful evening and have yourself a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks,
Take
everybody.
care.
Bye.
Thank you, Christy and Sandra. You guys worked so hard.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Nice to see you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Great to see all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Sheila, I just wanted to say a quick hello. It's been a long time.
Hi, Tara. Great to see you.
Nice to see you too. How have you been?
Very well. Thank you.
Just Sheila.
Retired.
Very important.
Oh, nice. And hi, Anna.
Tara, oh my gosh, congratulations on Sophia. She's beautiful. Hi, Barbara.
And hi, oh my goodness, so many other people too. Hi, George.
Good to
We
see
should
you
have
again.
a private party here, Anna.
And you, I know, and Todd, thank you. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm so bad at typing, and I'm trying to look, and I'm trying to, you know, answer you. And yeah, it's so lovely to see you also. Oh my goodness. Like Sheila, like, oh, hi, Ira.
And George, so proud of you, George. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's
It
been a
has.
minute, as they say.
A lot of life has passed, but thank you.
Congratulations, and to you too, Tara. Lovely to see you, and Todd.
Thanks so much. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Have a great evening.
Bye, everybody.
Jocelyn, oh my goodness, you're so brave too to come on, and thank you, yeah, for recording a lovely message. What a brilliant thing to do.
Yeah. Thanks, Jocelyn.
Yeah.